Welcome everybody. This is TennesseeRedStar. So we're covering this story about ICE weapons spending being boosted by 700%. This is coming from Popular Information's Judd Legum. And U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, has sharply increased its spending on weapons in 2025. According to an analysis of federal government contracting data by Popular Information, records from the Federal Procurement Data System revealed that ICE has increased spending on small arms, ordnance, and ordnance accessories manufacturing by 700% compared to 2024 levels. New spending in the small arms category from January 20th, 2025, the day Trump was inaugurated, through October 18th, was totaled $71,515,762. Most of the spending was on guns and armor, but there have also been significant purchases of chemical weapons and guided missile warheads and explosive components. Now, that's a part that I want to circle back to because this is pretty much what we're emphasizing in this video. The purchases of chemical weapons and guided missile warheads. On September 29th, 2025, ICE made a $9 million purchase from Geisel Automatics, which sells semi-automatic and automatic rifles. The total spending by ICE in the small arms category between January 20th and October 18th, 2024 was $9,715,843. Spending by ICE on guns and other weapons this year not only dwarfed spending during the Biden administration, but also during Trump's first term. In 2019, for example, ICE spent $5.7 million on small arms through October 18th. Average ICE spending on small arms during Trump's first terms was about $8.4 million. So I'm going to throw a little chart here on the screen that shows the massive jump in ICE's spending on small arms. Now, this all comes with increased violent incidents by ICE throughout the country. In Chicago, in Portland, in LA, in DC, in Texas, in various states. For example, right now in Chicago, ICE has been going on fucking tear gas sprees. Like, indiscriminately throwing tear gas in crowded neighborhoods where there are children in the cars that are just trying to get through. I'll roll a couple of videos for y'all to watch these. And keep in mind that tear gas is banned as a weapon of war. Meaning we can't use this in foreign conflicts. We can't use, like, if we were to have an on-ground war, the United States versus Russia, we would not be able to use this weapon in war. It is banned in war. This is tear gas is a chemical weapon banned in war. Yet ICE is using it, and our own police forces even use this against us, against the American people in the streets. ICE is indiscriminately tear gas crowds, which has led to schools having to be shut down and evacuated due to that posing risks to the school children. Not far from that at all. There have been babies who have been tear gassed, caught up in these moments where ICE is just recklessly throwing tear gas in crowds. And all this is an example of the imperial boomerang swinging back on us here at home. These videos, if you left out the fact that these were in Chicago and you just showed these to someone random, you could probably convince them that this was in a foreign country, that this was in, for example, the IDF doing this. A lot of these tactics are IDF tactics. ICE has shot and killed people, numerous people, more than just one person. They've shot and killed people. ICE has shot and killed people and lied about it, just as the IDF did. They shot a woman in Chicago, claiming that she boxed them in and pulled out an automatic weapon, a semi-automatic weapon. Well, it turns out the truth was literally the exact opposite. They surrounded her. An ICE agent aimed his gun at her and said, "Do something, bitch." These same people raided an apartment complex and zip-tied children. And these same people have access to guided missile warheads and explosive components. There's no reason why ICE would need guided missile warheads and explosive components, let alone chemical weapons. And plus the massive surge of small arms spending, you don't buy those weapons. You don't buy all of that weaponry unless you intend to use it. They had plenty of armament for deterrence beforehand, but spending almost $72 million on guns, chemical weapons, explosives, you don't do that unless you're looking for a fight. And that's what this is. This is the Imperial Boomerang coming home. The Trump admin, the Trump regime, if you will, fully intends to use ICE, which these new ICE agents, more than likely, I would even put money on it, are deputized Proud Boys, January Sixers, Patriot Front members, Three Percenters, Oath Keepers. These are deputized right-wing militias, deputized fascist militias who the Trump regime wants to use as who they're currently using as their own Gestapo. But if certain people like Stephen Miller had their way, ICE would very well be used as a death squad. They have the weaponry to be used as a death squad. They have chemical weapons and explosives, guns. Their budget is basically rivaling the budget of the Russian military. You do not spend that kind of money unless you are planning on using those weapons that you spend that money on. Even listen to Trump's own I mean, we can even take it back to Trump and company's own words. Trump's own words when him and Pete Hegseth addressed the generals. He said they have the next fight is within, that they're fighting a war within. What do you think that means? And believe me, this is not something you can vote away. Absolutely not. This is not something you can just vote away. This isn't something you can protest away. What will you do when a battalion of these guys is marches down your street? What will you do when if you see a battalion of these guys marching down your street, surrounding vehicles that are driving through the neighborhood? Some of these people are your neighbors. They're on the town square in their unmarked cars. Some of them marching through the streets like an occupying army. Because that's literally what this is. There's an occupation in Chicago and Portland. And with the budget that ICE has, it's an occupation that's going to be coming to you soon. So what you can do, don't doom and gloom. Get fucking organized. Get involved with your local left. Chicago and Portland, their people have been in the streets ever since all of this started. And some of those people out there have not left. Yeah, there's some people who go to work, come back, and then come out in the streets. But there are some people out there who stay out there. They camp out there. Whatever you can do to get involved, you don't even have to be out in the streets. You can do neighborhood watch, patrol, mutual aid. Get involved. Get organized. It's the best thing you can do. Don't doom and gloom. Just understand the gravity of our situation right now and react accordingly. Because right now, on a mass scale, I believe we're underreacting. I believe people aren't angry enough. People are not only not angry enough, they aren't alarmed enough. And by the time some people do get alarmed enough or angry enough, it's going to be too late to really do anything to reverse it. We're just going to have to struggle and fight through and get through. In the meantime, also, I would suggest document everything. Document all atrocities you see being committed by federal agents, whether they're ICE, FBI, ATF, or even local law enforcement. Document every atrocity you're seeing be committed amongst the people. Document every atrocity you are being seen committed and archive that, because these things are going to be important in the future. These people won't win. They won't. Fascism is self-eating. It implodes on itself. And it inevitably falls. Again, I emphasize, get organized. Don't get full of doom and gloom. Don't let this paralyze you into fear. Nothing wrong with being scared. But Courage, having courage is, but remember that having courage, revolutionary courage, I would even add, understanding the word, understanding the situation, the grim reality of a situation, considering the worst, facing the worst, and pushing forward, continuing forward, and struggling forward for something better. Feeling fear and continuing to push on through. Because regardless if this is what we want to happen, it's happening. And we have to meet the moment. So again, get organized, get involved with your local left, inform folks within your local left who may not be privy to this stuff about this stuff. Share this video with them, share this article with them, share the videos that you see online, anything you may have documented yourself that you saw on the ground in person that these thugs have been doing in these streets, and show them. Show them the true reality. Show them. And from there, y'all can come up with a plan on how y'all can show up for y'all's community when the time comes. Give the video a like. It does help out the channel a lot. Subscribe for more content. We'll be continuing the reading of Blood in My Eye, which I feel is an ever so relevant book in these times on this channel. Make sure you follow the socials, and I will see y'all in the next video. Again, get organized. Don't let doom and gloom keep you bogged down.